Unlock your potential with a comprehensive suite of investing tools and expert education with GammaEdge. Start your free 14-day trial today.
Hey guys, Taylor with GammaEdge here, coming at you with a quick pre-market video for October 25th. A couple things I wanted to point out. First off, all the charts uploaded in Discord. Second is in this market dashboard. If it'll load, if you guys are not aware of it, it's embedded thread under market status here. I post my notes for the morning. Let's see if it'll load. Okay, it's not loaded. Oh, there you go. All right, notes for the morning. So if you guys want those there. Last thing before we get into it is within the GammaEdge lab, under additional resources, there is a section called Open My Clips. Here, there's probably over 30 videos now of various clips that we've taken from open nights, different topics I haven't categorized. So, you can look at commands, miscellaneous, if them things, JPM things, delta, gamma, all that stuff. Check it out if that's of interest. So with that, let's get into it. Looking at the SPXP full complex here. Thing to note, transition zone has started to come back kind of in equilibrium with price. Early in the week, price was very extended, as much as, 2.5% coming into Monday session. Now we're, 10, 20 basis points away from it. So that is more in line. Now, negative GEX 4,200, P-Trans 4,260. We're set to open below P-Trans, so kind of bias for the day is bearish to start off. You can see transition zone is wide and loose, put dominated above and below spot price. So on this time frame, really just transition is the only thing that's changed. Structure overall is the same. Then just a quick look at the landscape. You can see how tighter transition zone there. So now going to, we are the SPX 0 DTE. A bit of a shift here from what we were just looking at. We have in the money calls, in the money puts. So, out of money puts have kind of evaporated from 0 DTE land, at least. Set to open in the middle of transition. 42.35 is in trans, 42.65 is P trans. So in the middle of this box, really not a ton that I'd be super interested in doing. To the upside, if thens, first we need to break and hold 42.65. Then we look to 42.75. Keep in mind these net OI, kind of the net OI shifts happens after top of P-trans. What does that mean? It means these net deltas start to become dominated by calls, and then shifts to calls becomes more supportive. So that is that. Moving on to the 1 DTE, kind of a wider and looser transition, 42.35. 42.40 in trans there, 42.95, 4,300 key upside targets. Not a ton else to say there. You can see kind of going back and forth between puts and calls on the left-hand plane there. Looking at the full complex, this is just the end of the week complex, 42.60 key transition zone to the downside. This is consistent with the SPXP full complex. 42.65 is P-trans there. Again, calls dominating left-hand plane, puts dominating right-hand plane, so a bit of a shift from what we've been seeing lately. Calls starting to come back in the complex, at least below spot price, 4,200, so remains key downside level. We are opening below transition, so getting biased kind of overall between the week and the full complex is we're opening below transition. However, 0 DTE, transitions a bit wider, opening in the middle. So I'll round out my thoughts here in a second, but what I'm about to talk on is also important. See, looking at market structure here, things to note, the GEX ratio is starting to improve a little bit from where we started at the beginning of the week, and we're also shifting planes here from, red to yellow right now, so that is also important. We kind of hit on that, seeing those calls start to come in. Looking at tick itself, you can see consolidated, really no more down movement, and we're starting to kind of maybe turn up. Cumulative tick is now above the short-term moving average ribbon. This is the first step towards kind of progressing higher. Remember that this doesn't always indicate that we will progress higher, but a progression always starts with this. So something to keep in mind there. What we want to see is a continuation higher. Railroad tracks start to build out higher. Looking at the Yeah, this is a tick ARCX, a bit more pronounced move higher, trigger day higher. What does that mean? That means close yesterday was above the close of the prior day, and then GEX ratios here and there. So rounding out my thoughts, what I'm thinking about, what I wrote kind of in my notes is, are we undergoing a transition? What I mean by that is we talked about coming into the week, we were so negative, GEX-wise, kind of put-wise, GEX ratio-wise it is. The tick was beaten down. Now we're starting to get a relief. We've seen that relief kind of in structure. So now we're kind of at the point where kind of mixed signals, I would say, where, the transition zone is wide on loose, starting to see some calls come in. The tick is starting to turn up. So kind of a fragile place where sure we could see some upside new movement, but we could easily fail. I know you guys hate the if then sometimes, but I mean that's truly where we're at. So laid out the transition levels, laid out kind of the tick. Really the tick we want to see continuation higher. If not, we'll see a pretty sharp rollover, I would think. So yeah, so I think it's a delicate situation here. I am kind of tiptoeing, not afraid to participate, as you guys have seen in my trading log each day. I'm just being refined with my entries and whatnot. Last thing, Powell speaks after the market closed today. So for those that are interested in that, there you go. And with that, we will see you all in the Discord. Bye.